young black men, black boys need their dads so
Only
much.
if
Okay,
their
guys.
father is a father.
So Jaden is mad after her
Don't need no
booking. She was
punks.
saying F her baby daddy.
Okay.
The thing last
Oh,
day she was on Twitter. She has some new
thank
tweets
you for
here.
coming
This
in. For
one
those
was
of you
actually
who
from
come
yesterday
in
though,
later,
but it kind of ties into the newer tweets. She
I'm
says,
not doing
"Stop
anything
trying to make
major.
fetch happen."
Well, it
She
is a
said,
little
"I
major.
said
I'm
F
trying to
my
keep
baby
this
daddy
on,
on the
but
club is a wave." She thinks this is so
it's
funny.
late
They should put me
and I'm
and
wide
friend
awake.
do double remix
How
because
many
that
naps do you
song's
think I
so
had
raw.
today?
Blank was
Let me
saying
know
I was
some.
begging for
Anyway,
$1,000 but was pressing Lemmy.
I am
Hashtag see
currently
how
catching
God
up
works. In her story post here, she
to,
says nothing beats a jet
some
to
ratchet
holiday.
tea. That's pretty
She
much
said in this
it.
tweet, I want y'all to say something about me. I
I
bleed
don't own the
every
copyrights to
time.
this music,
Half
to
a
the
bill,
music,
I'll
to
run
the
it with her.
audio,
I never
to this
cared.
channel.
She
Right now, I'm
only
listening to
see
Lola Lee
anyway.
T.
Wow, wow. So
Um,
Jaden saying she wants to get in the ring with
she does
Krishan.
a lot of
Now that is something that
reviews,
should be a
and
pay per view if it
um,
actually happens.
she keeps up
You
with
don't believe
like
anything that's
the
too good to be
Blueface
true. This
and
is
the
all your
circus
catch. And then
saga.
she
You know
repeated
what I'm
the
saying?
tweet about
So
Salemi.
I like to follow her and
Blank was
listen
saying
for
I
the
was begging
updated
for
tea.
a
And
thousand
it's
but
just
was
something to
pressing Lemmy.
pass
So she
time
really wants
because I'm
people
going
to
to be
see
doing
that
my
tweet.
nails
And then in
and
her
it's going to take
story
some
post
time. I'm going to
here,
try and get as much as I
ironically, she
can
has the
done tonight.
blues.
Um,
And
but
she
we'll
is
see.
trolling Krishan like crazy here. She's definitely trolling Krishan. Listen to what she says.
So I'm just going to be reacting to them reacting, just listening, just doing my nails, just minding my business. And if anybody joins in a little later, chimes in the chat, I'll show you some love or whatever the case may be. But right now, I'm just recording myself while I do my nails because I have some really fun ideas that I want to do with my nails tonight and that I've been wanting to do with my nails. And it's the reason why I haven't went to the nail salon to get them done now. I just got a pedicure 2 days ago. Oh, so needed too. Just the relaxation aspect. But
She
anyhow,
was saying in her live
I just want
and
to
in her
make sure.
tweets
I
that
don't
Diana is
know.
putting her hands on her. And I don't condone that type of behavior. If it happened, I say keep your hands to yourself. So it seems that, Blueface is real
Turn the light
mad
on.
and they both do the tit for tat thing, after,
I'm gonna try
what
and
is it,
speed up
Krishan was signing
the
with
processing
Blueface
time.
after
I
she
think I'm at
decided to
work.
get back with
I'm gonna
him.
try and speed
Thought that
this
was a good
up
idea. I don't know why she would think that. And it didn't work out as she
because I really don't want to be
anticipated.
doing this all night,
So then she
but I
went
will if
back
I
with
have to
her,
because this is
young
probably
blood fella.
the only
And
time
then joining him and
that I
Jaden
will
was,
get to do
obviously
my
no
nails.
one thinks to see
So
it.
seize in a moment. And then hopefully I get to catch up with you guys, if people join in recognizable faces.
She has the blues.
I'm gonna stop talking.
Tag, see how God works. In her
Okay.
story post here,
I missed a lot just talking.
claim their babies. They take
Okay.
responsibility. When they lay down with women and they make a baby, they take responsibility. And if they're not sure if they're the father, they step up and they take that DNA test to make sure that, they got somebody out there that's theirs, that they are taken care of. So his baby mama is saying that he's not doing that. And she's saying
I
that
should
she's going
probably
to
put
be
the
basically taking
little
him to court for child
furry
support.
thing. Is it
She
the
wants
hair?
him to use the DNA test to estrogen her.
I might do
I got the
that.
video on my YouTube. I'll link it in the
I don't
description.
know.
And I'm not saying, guys, that Blueface is a prize, but Krishan needs his dad. Every child needs their dad, especially boys. Boys need their dad, especially young black men. Black boys need their dad so much. Okay, guys. So Jaden is mad after her booking. She was saying F her baby daddy. The thing last day she was on Twitter. She had some new tweets here. This one was actually from yesterday though, but it kind of ties into the newer tweets. She says, "Stop trying to make fetch happen." She said, I said, ask my baby daddy and the club is away. She thinks this is so funny. They should put me and friend Louie double remix because I got something for y'all. Blank was saying I was begging for
I'm so
$1,000.
tired, low key. I'm tired.
In her story poster, she
Like,
said,
why am I doing this now? Like, why? I tried to do it all day today, but sleep got the best of me.
$500,000, I'll run it with her. I never cared. She'd only sleep anyway. Wow, wow. So David thinks wants to get me bring me. So Sean, now that is something that should be a pay per view if that actually happens.
That should be a pay per
Don't
view.
believe anything that's too good to be true. There is always a catch. And then she retweeted that tweet about Remy. Blank was saying I was waiting for $1,000 cash money. So she really wants people to see that tweet. And then in her story post here, ironically, she sees like the blues. And she is trolling Krishan like crazy here. You know, she's definitely trolling Krishan. This is what she says. Bark like you want it. Yeah, bark like you want it.
That's funny.
Everyone in the circus really has to grow up. They really all gotta just grow up. You know, especially because there are children involved.
They are in their 20s.
So Blueface is on live previewing his new song, and it was inspired by his stream TV. This is a backstory on the stream. Blueface called the shy dog.
I really don't feel like doing none of this. I cannot stress this enough. Like, I really don't feel like doing this. I'm seeing people pop in and out, but not showing no love, leaving no likes. Just in and out.
So it seems that, Blueface is real mad, and, they go through the chat thing, after, whatever it was that Krishan was planning with Blueface, I think she's planning to get back with him. She thought that was a good idea. I don't know why she would think that. And it didn't work out as she anticipated. So then she ran back to her, young
now she ran back.
And then joining his interview, obviously knowing that we could see it. We've seen these things before. Sing show, it's a pony.
And I can still sleep right now. Like, sleep got the best of me today, and I still feel tired. Or yesterday, it's a new day now. Let me listen to the tea. I don't own the copyright to the music. I'm happy Blueface home. I always thought he was a cool little dude. Just you know, toxic as death. But he a good father. I like to see, men be examples of good fathers, even though he got himself caught up. Not necessarily a good example. One thing I learned, like being a mother, being a parent, it really doesn't matter. And being a daughter, it really doesn't matter what anyone says you are. Oh, you're a great mother. Oh, you this, that, and the third. Like, none of that matters. Or, oh, she ain't the best mother, whatever the case may be. What matters is how your children feel about you. And I'm gonna tell you something. Recently, I done heard my best friend have a vulnerable moment, like just talking about, like her mother, and just as a mother, looking at the way she expressed her feelings about her mother, I just was like, oh my gosh, like that just is a blessing. Like as a mother, that would be a blessing for my children to look at me like that. And let me tell you something. My children adore me. So I'm saying that to say what matters is how your children feel about you. So I done seen, like children express like they have the best parent in the world, the best mother, the best whatever, the best mom, the best dad. And I done seen some kids at a young age explicitly express their disdain for a parent that has not been present. And I'm gonna just say this, like that was very disheartening. Like it's like, dang. I wonder if that would mean something if this figure understood that this is how their children view them. It's not cool. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just listening to like reactions to like Blueface in the circus live videos. I like Ratchet TV, Ratchet stuff. So I'm passing the time doing my nails. Um, Currently shaping my nails. I'm so mad. I did not want them this short. I like long nails. I love long nails. And I ain't want them like super long, but I definitely I have to cut this down. I definitely want them way longer than what they are. These are so short. I'm so mad. Hi, Mom. Honey, why did you order 20 gallons of hot sauce? But yeah, I say all that to say, how your children view you is extremely important. They're the ones that know the real you, and you don't want your kids to be sitting back looking at you like this person is a fraud. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your kids looking at you like you the deadbeat. I only copyright Sonata's music. Blueface is Cali music. I feel like, I don't like how short this is. Ugh. On top of that, I be wanting to do so much with my nails. That's why I don't like short nails. Blueface is funny. Like, what is he singing about? He is funny. That nigga funny. I don't want to copyright if y'all can hear it. I hope not, because I do have on a mic. All right. Ugh. See? Different. I don't know. But I do have a lot of fun things that I'm doing with my nails this time around. And I'm using like a jelly polish. So it's kind of going to be like clear. I'm also using like different like rhinestones, jewels. You gonna play the whole song? Like seriously? He play around too much. I don't own the copyrights to the music. What's up, Chris Harewood? What's going on? Good evening or good morning. Not. She is so funny. Thank you for joining my live tonight. I hope you can hear me. There's a lot going on. I'm really just recording myself doing my nails. That's all. Just passing time. I want to get as much of it done as I can done tonight or today. Cold. Okay, you said it's morning here in the UK. Cold, damp. Morning to you. I can hear you clearly. Perfect. And yeah, I figured that. Isn't it always like raining in London or in the UK? I gotta get this part down packed. You don't do the shaping right, a whole nail gonna look crazy. Come on, but why she? I don't need to hear this song 50 times. I don't. I mean, is it still on? Like, is it extended version? Like what version of the song is this? Most of the time, but I do prefer the rain. Oh, you do prefer the rain. Well, you're used to it, so I mean, that don't really mean anything because I don't know. I can never get used to the cold, and I was raised here all my life, having all four seasons. So. It just takes too long per nail. Like, this be my fault because instead of just, doing my nails in a timely manner where I can just do a refill and I don't have to do all of this as often every time I have to do a whole full set. Which is this right here from the ground up. I do enjoy your topics. Oh, thank you. You want to get into one tonight? What's that? I appreciate your support all the way from the UK, enjoying my topics. I really do. Like, that means a lot. Especially because it's Chrissy's unpopular opinions. A lot of my opinions are not popular. They don't like to admit it, but it be some real ish. I just be big on critical thinking, introducing new perspectives, being able to relate old information with new information. That's just all I'm here for. And to stand on business. Like, my channel is to let mother effers know I stand on everything I say, and you can watch God work through me through this channel. Take it all the way back to older videos. You'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, like I definitely appreciate, having open ears and open hearts and people, receptive to what I put out. Because sometimes you have some people that just like automatically like because you open your mouth, they don't want to hear what you have to say. Me personally. And I be like, dang, in my head, like you missing out. You missing out on some vital information now. But that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. The thing about being a righty doing my lefty is like you have to find the groove, the balance. Oh, he playing the whole album? Like, come on, dog. Come on. I want to hear the mama. Where is that part at? Because I do not, like, he ain't saying that. She really gonna play his whole album. What's up, y'all? That's Blueface album, I guess. I rock with Blueface. Glad he's home. I like a little ratchet TV, a little ratchet reality shows, pass the time while I do my nails. Okay, here we go. Cause she be cracking me up. Cause I can relate. I'm a mother. So let's see where she stopped playing his album because 30 minutes of his album being played is too much. You got to warn a sister. One is never. All right, I'm trying to take it back because I don't want to miss her thoughts. Okay, are we wrapping it up? I guess we'll wrap it up. All right, can they hurry up? And he need a haircut. I'm gonna say that Blueface need a haircut. I was so happy when my son finally cut his hair. Like he was trying to get like braids and whatever. He was doing a lot with his hair, but I was so happy that he finally put that little fade with the little curly. Woo! That's my favorite hairstyle. So, yeah, boy. Okay, let me see that. I kind of put the blame on to Karlissa here too, because Karlissa kind of wanted. Karlissa was doing some matchmaking. She wants anybody sipping tonight. She wants him with a nice girl that has a yes. I have a big glass. Settled down. That's I don't like to make two trips. This is the girl she wants him with, but this is not the girl that I think he's gonna end up with. He's still young. So Angela, shows here that she's working out. Angela. She's good. She's showing her height and weight, 5'2", at 151. She got that flat tummy. She's making some chicken, some pasta here. It looks like she eats good. 5'2", 150. Like that's a good. That's a good weight. So I'm 5'3". And the talk is right now that for Sean's actions. I am getting a little thick around here, but it looks good. I like the weight that I'm gaining and where it's going. Especially linking up. Like I feel like the little workouts I do. It just helps. I'm not going to say I have a flat tummy. Like I definitely still have a fupa, but I like my curves. Like like I like how natural and feminine I look. How soft I look. We are all waking up. And I just like how curvy I am naturally. Like I really do. I love that about me. Pony. And the people are tired. The people are exhausted. The people are very, very exhausted. We're getting you Hernandez out of here. Move you off my mother freaking channel. Her son, and I really didn't like that either. That is not a good look. I understand Krishan's mad. I understand she's hurt. But I think wishing bad on anyone is never good, especially if you are saying that you are walking with God. Don't ever get me twisted. I be with all that. Low key, I'm with all that. Don't ever get me twisted. And then post that you're in church. It doesn't make sense. Very low key. I'll be minding my business. Next thing you know, she with all that. I'm with all that. Don't bring no nonsense to my channel. Don't bring no nonsense to me in general.
If someone wants to see someone
I don't play.
they are the devil.
You look great throughout. I can see you take good care of yourself. I try, Mentally is the number one thing, the best way you can take care of yourself. As long as in here is good and you locked in with God, it reflects on the outside for sure. But thank you.
But that's not true because if y'all remember this video.
Oh yeah. If nothing makes a grown man cry, his kids gonna be his soft spot. So I mean, he got that off. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm watching something pertaining to Blueface, and I guess Karlissa, his mom, she was saying like he don't cry, like he trained himself not to cry. Now I don't know if that's a good thing. Matter of fact, I know that's not a good thing. I will never teach my son not to cry, but I will teach him on when it's appropriate to cry. You're not gonna be crying because you lost the game. We're not gonna do that. You hit your pinky toe, it won't be the first and the last, okay? But yeah, I'm gonna be doing this all night. I got a 2 hour max on here, so that's probably the cap of when I end this live. And we'll see how much I can get done in 2 hours. And then guess what? I gotta log in and do schoolwork. I need to do one more assignment before I go to bed, which I'm good tonight because I slept a lot today. I can sleep some more, don't get it twisted, but the energy I have right now, I'm on go. So I slept a lot. Very well needed. Lord, your girl is busy. So yeah, assignment before I go to bed, and then when I wake up, 2 more assignments, and then I'm done.
And he was crying, and it was a very, very, very emotional moment, especially looking back after he was locked up. And this video right here is why I really feel that Krishan Jesus makes his dad like Blueface is a great dad. He is a great dad, and I think that.
Okay, so about that, like, so. Okay, so you can be a great parent, a great father, a great mother, and make bad decisions, bad mistakes, horrific mistakes, even. I do feel like that. But then you can also be just like a deadbeat and just an awful parent that should have never been blessed with that. You know, where do you fall as a parent? Do you fall in the I've made mistakes, but I've grown, kind of category, or I always had it? I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't always have. I was a young mother, so like I got pregnant at 17, had my first 18. And I don't mean I was pregnant and got a. I mean, like my first child that I had, I got pregnant at 17 and I had him at 18. So yeah, I was pregnant when I turned 18. That's what I mean. And yeah, like I didn't have my mother, as surprisingly as it sounds, like my mother didn't teach me how to be, a mother or anything like that. Like I had to learn on my own. I had to learn through a lot of mistakes. Like I didn't have the proper guidance that I feel like, had it been my kids, I definitely would play a big role into making sure that, from the get-go, like, look, this is what being a parent is about. This is how you do it. So I didn't have that. So I had to figure it out like along the way. And then thankfully, it's like the more kids I have four for all you newbies. I have four children. And it was just like the more kids I have, the more experience I gain, the more I ended up getting it down packed. And I ain't gonna say down packed, because we still make mistakes over here. But I will say I came such a long way, and the motivation each child gives me individually is out of this world. And to see like my 19-year-old turning 20 next year, to see him as an adult and to see the strides and his ambition and just every element about him that I know he's gotten from me, like that is dope. Like it's like nobody can't tell me anything, because despite circumstances, despite errors I've made, mistakes I've made in the past, despite all of that, my baby still, he had a good, support system. He has a good village. Shout outs to his grandmother, shout outs to his father, my best friend. But the elements that are in him that he is executing today is me on steroids. Like it's me times 20, square. It's me to the 10th power. Like I just love to see it. I love to see his ambition. He's in school, he's working 2 jobs. He just brought a caddy, his own money, his third car he owned. Somebody was talking about his paint job on his last car, but it's his. And guess what? He ain't asked his mom for nothing. He went out, worked hard, and saved and got it for himself. Thank you for making my life easier, son. Okay? Just the ambition in him, like even down to school, he wants to pay for it. Like that's what took him a little longer, to go to school. Like he wants to pay for it, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, of course, I have to have a part in that as far as school is concerned and tuition and stuff. But he's like, Mom, whatever you can do, thank you, but I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of maturity, like just to see how he grown up to be, like I'm just so thankful for that. And once again, like I said and stated earlier, it doesn't really matter how anybody, depicts you when it comes to you being a mother, you being a father, your parent, the way you parent, or whatever the case may be, because it's like when you see the outcome of what they are as an adult, you can say like I had part in that. I'm the reason, or he mimics me here, or he got that from me. That those specific elements that I shown him and taught him and engineered into his head, he is glowing. You know what I'm saying? That's something that obviously is innate. That's in our genes. God planted those seeds in us. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. But back to this point, when we're calling somebody, okay, so I had asked this question, I think, on Facebook a couple of years ago because of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, I used to think Martell Holt was like a good father. I just felt like he made bad mistakes because he was a father who was married to his wife. They had this picture perfect family, this picture perfect image, and he was cheating on his wife for like 5+ years. End up having a love child, which is the baby outside of marriage, wedlock baby. No thing or two about that. But he ended up having a love child, and honestly, it ruined his marriage, or whatever the case may be. And he really, like, he can't live with the fact that he messed up to this day. But in the beginning, when they first got their divorce and stuff, like, I used to feel like he was a really great father. And I used to say, like, he's a good father. He just made a bad mistake. He just made, like a really bad mistake that cost him his family. Because unfortunately, sometimes our mistakes costs us, like for the long run. Sometimes it ain't no fixing. Sometimes that was just one mistake you shouldn't have made. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, you had to learn the hard way. I done had those moments, especially as a parent. You know what I'm saying? Where I've made bad decisions and I had to learn the long the the worst way, but I had to learn, you know what I'm saying? And even like certain conversations that my son and I had to revisit as he's an adult, making sure that I can carefully explain and be accountable for however I may have made him feel once upon a time or whatever the case may be. A lot of growth, you know. But when you say someone is a good parent, they just made a mistake. How do you feel? And I'm gonna say this because I know someone who, just seeing different aspects of adults who experience a certain type of parent, whether it's from a mother or from a father, and their absence or their lack of love and compassion and how they grew up and turned out to be, and the things that they've expressed, like what makes a bad parent. Now, sometimes there can be resentment, a child can have towards a father that has been locked up. I've heard it with my own two ears, old and new, young and my age, you know what I'm saying? Saying like, oh, like he's just in and out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but like, dang, I got messed up or whatever and I got caught up and I had to do this time. But if I was there, I would be the world's greatest dad. Is it a mistake? If it happens once, maybe it might be a mistake. But if it happens multiple times, at some point, it's a deadbeat. You got to make sure you do what you need to do for your kids, and you got to be here to do it. So, in her response to Blueface being a good dad, I concur. I do feel like naturally he is a good dad. I feel like he made a really bad mistake getting caught up with the wrong woman. And I feel the same for Krishan. Like, I feel like, they was just two individuals that really, outside of their son, like really should have never collided. And I feel like at the end of the day, when we get children after X amount of time, children are gifts from God. That's the only beauty that you can get out of a toxic situation sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, for me, I ended up with three from one toxic situation. So I felt like it's better than walking away and, all that time I spent in blood, sweat, and tears and devotion that I put into that situation. It's better for me to walk away with the gifts God gave me than to walk away with nothing. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, as we grow and as we get older, especially as parents and being younger parents, younger mothers, younger fathers, at some point you have to have this drive to just be there, to show up for your children because they are an extension of you. So in and out of jail is not an excuse. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I lied. But it's never an excuse to be in and out of jail. You know how many times, home girl, you know what I'm saying? Like how many times I could forget going to jail, just like, if I lose it, if I allow myself to go all the way, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, my crash outs are different because I don't crash out. It's not something that I do often. You know what I'm saying? It's a rare occasion. I feel like, if someone that knows me and been around me naturally, even my own siblings, even if they were to see me crash out and they know that's not something that I do, but they know that I do, when I do and I do it, it's time to back. It's time to step away because sis done crashed out. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like even in this sense, when it's a situation like that, I still won't allow myself to go as far as I know I am capable of going, and knowing that the possibility of I can go further than that. You know what I'm saying? Because, I was presented in life with a situation where, I went as far as it can go. You know what I'm saying? And someone like me, I never knew I can go that far. That part made me uneasy, and it made me like learn to just keep my cool most times, because it's like, you don't want me to match your energy, trust me, you know what I'm saying? So keep it chill, keep it cool. I got kids to live for. Like, that's the thing that I be telling myself, like, I have kids. Well, that's the thing I was telling myself back then, you know. But let me read some your comments, Chris. Okay. Okay, you said I call assignments back to school. No, for real, I gotta go back to school after this. For sure. We all learn from our mistakes. It's a learning process for everyone. I've have 3 kids, 2 grandsons, and a goddaughter. Oh, you are blessed. God bless you, Chris. You have a nice lineage going on, nice setup. You got heirs and all that. Okay, that's dope. Okay, and then you said all my kids are grown up now, and I believe I can take a breather. Whew! I can see you raise your kids well, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm still raising them. All of my kids are not grown. I have just one adult son. The younger 3 are under 18, but one thing I can recognize is that, I am raising them well. I'm living by example with everything. Like I just naturally the type of woman I am. Certain people can't say certain things to me if you haven't experienced it. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't done it yourself, type ish. So, for me, I'm big on being the example for my children because I remember me as a kid. Like, how you gonna tell me and you ain't even like, nah, like, and my kids are from me, so I know they kind of think like me here and there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm going to be the realistic one. Like, I have to emulate, not just in a relationship with a man, but if I want my children to grow up and be a certain type of way and to get, take education seriously, be a good steward over their finances, make good decisions when it comes to relationships, whether it's friendships, romantic relationships, whatever the case may be. I have to be that role model for them. You know what I'm saying? So, my stance is my stance, even down to not tolerating BS from family. Okay, because you share the same blood. F y'all. Nah, seriously. Like I feel like, just teaching my kids self-worth, self-respect, self-efficacy. There you go. Self-efficacy, believing in themselves and you know, believing in themselves because they know that they can push out more, that because they know that they have the potential to do more, to give more. You know what I'm saying? So they use that belief within themselves to do more. And that's where I feel like I am. I express my goals with my kids. I express where I want to go, how I plan on getting there so that they can watch and see God move in the timeline that he moves. Like we are very humble. Our living situation isn't the best, like mommy makes money, but it was like God said be still, where maybe I do want to just go and leave out the country right now. Now is not the time. Maybe I do feel like I want to move, but I can't right now because I have bigger plans than satisfying whatever is instant. And while a lot of other people may not understand, I understand. Like I understand God's process with me. So like I keep my children informed, so that they know every step of the way that I seek God, that I trust God and allow them to watch God change and move in our lives. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like I raised them up, you know, as best as I can. I don't lie to my kids. I keep it 100 with them. I will never lie to my kids, like ever. You will never, ever, 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 as a mother, you may not like this response, but this is the response you're going to get. And you're going to always know you can come to me for the truth. And that's one thing that my son knows, and he's grown to know. When he was young, before he even became an adult, he's grown to know that everybody can say whatever, but when it comes to his mother, she gonna keep it 100, and she gonna tell him, and he may not like it. He may not like it that day, but let me tell you something about my son. He has this ability to soak in what you say, analyze that information. It's like information literacy. I'm trying to use everything I'm learning. But yeah, it's like information literacy. Like He evaluates the information that he receives. He rests on that. He may even receive confirmation from other places, maybe other resources, and comes back to me maybe a few weeks later, a couple of months later, maybe even a year later, with mom, I heard everything that you said, and you may not thought I wasn't listening, but I heard you and I locked in. You know what I'm saying? So those are the aspects that I, respect, because how I look at it is me as an adult, me as a grown woman and a mother. I'm just giving my kids exactly what I know I could have used when I were their age. You know what I'm saying? Like, if only I was told this, if only this was expressed, it would have shielded me or protected me from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even down to a simple question like, do you think this person loves me? Like, I'm not going to lie and say that person loves you, because that's not a representation of love. And I don't want my children growing up having a false sense of what love looks like, you know? Instead, I'll hit them with the, well, you can't expect somebody to love you when they don't love themselves. You know what I'm saying? So now that takes the focus off of, oh, it's me, and it puts it back on that person, the individual, where they feel they're lacking the love from. Like, you can't expect more love than a person is willing to give their own self. You know what I'm saying? And when you have that understanding, it doesn't mean that it's okay, but at least you're not blaming yourself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this little 1 2 1 2. Let me see. Oh, okay, I read that one. I became a dad at 19. Okay, and that sound like my baby dad. Was he 19? No, he was probably like 20. 19, in those days, things were tough, but you had to go out there and work and provide. Let me tell you something. I don't know how old you are, but all your kids are grown. Um, but I, one thing I respect is like my son's father. First pregnancy, even though I was, a teenage, I was 18 when I had my son. A teenage mom, teenage pregnancy. I'd say like he was an amazing, baby daddy to have, high school sweetheart, all that. Like, he really, really was like great. Like how women are supposed to be treated when they're pregnant. And I'm only 17, 18 years old. Like, he was doing all of that, like covering all orders. I ain't worried about a bill. I ain't look at a bill. He took care of everything. Okay. First boyfriend. This is the experience I was getting. That man worked extra hard for me, okay? Before the baby even got here, before a baby was even thought about, he was coming like that. And that's why I always will respect him, because his work ethic, his drive, the way that the way he showed up for me, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll always have respect for my son's father, aka my best friend. And don't ask me, oh, why you not with him? That's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. But he is a great guy, and if there are any ladies out there, don't let it be awkward. I'm telling you, I would love to hook him up with a great woman. He deserves a great woman, just not me. All right. Part of that is too, because like I told him too, part of that is too because I don't want to give y'all my business. Yeah, I'm gonna have to save that on the subscription, because there is a method to my madness. And I said part, not all. Just it's just not gonna happen, but there is more of a realistic, thoughtful approach to why me and my none of my kids' fathers will ever get back, but specifically my oldest one, the second one don't stand a chance. I took my part in gifts. um, you said toxic relationships are harmful. For me, I leave without uttering a word. That's what I've grown to be. I've grown to be that woman. Um, I don't do toxic any ish. Like, I don't do it at all. And especially just now. Like I just feel like I shared it today on my Facebook page, and I feel like it was the perfect. I've seen that post, that reel before by Pastor Anthony Mitchell, but and it hit then, but it hits more so today because of where I'm at today mentally, and what I've recently experienced. So like naturally, like since I've been single, literally my life has been a blessing. Like it has been beautiful. It has been ever evolving, so much growth, so much healing, so much connection and getting to know God and rediscovering my relationship with God and His Word, reconnecting in His Word. Like there's been so many beautiful aspects about me being single, you know. Um, but what I will say is one of the things that let me see how I want to say this. 'Cause every time I feel like I want to go deep, I feel like I don't want to talk anymore. I feel like I want to just, I'm too descriptive. I feel like I should get paid to talk. I really do. I really do. But hmm, I don't know. Maybe I'll continue. Maybe I won't. um, but yeah, for the most part, like when it comes to toxic situations, I just tap out of it. It can be friendships. It can be acquaintances, relationships. Uh, I would say career wise, yeah. Um, it can be anything, you know. It's just where I'm at in life. I don't have any room for toxicity because of my life and just the peace that I've gained during my singlehood. I just feel like I should be a lot more selfish with how and who I choose to spread myself thin with. You know what I'm saying? And where I'm at in this stage in my life, I just simply feel like the pouring. One thing about being single for X amount of years, you have a lot of love that you just want to like push out, right? So like you kind of attach to yourself to anyone in your life that you value, even though they may not value you the same. And I'm not talking romantically because that's not really my story in my singlehood. Like I done had a couple of connections here and there, some some touchy feely moments here and there, but that's not the basis of my singlehood and my single journey and my celibacy journey or anything like that. Like a lot of the relationships and stuff that I've dealt with throughout my singlehood stems from family and friendships, you know, co-workers, like that type of thing, you know, just maybe just being in an atmosphere in a studio or whatever the case, just, you know, someplace random, maybe at a restaurant, you know, whatever, like just different connections where I just found myself over the last 6 years. And for me, toxicity is just something that I do not succumb to. I will remove myself. I don't feel like I'm owed anyone an explanation because I feel like everyone in my life hear me say repeatedly how I feel about certain things being done to me. So I feel like if you know that this person has done that to me, and that person has done that to me, and how I chose to respond to that person when they did that to me, and you choose to do something similar, or you know, whatever the case may be, I don't need to tell you. I don't need to explain anything of why I'm choosing to fall back or exit out of your life, especially when you know you've been weird. You know what I'm saying? When you know you've been weird, when you know I've been the one pouring, you know what I'm saying, or attaching myself. And that's another thing too, because where I was going with it earlier, which I'm trying not to get too deep into, but attaching when you're single for this amount of years and you have a lot of love to give, you start pouring it into people that you've attached yourself to, but they necessarily don't have that same attachment. And I would say the only people that I feel like that has that same attachment that I pour into are my children. That's like, that's it. Thank God for kids. Thank God for my gifts, because I have that blessing to genuinely feel replenished in a way where I'm pouring. So when I pour into my kids, I do feel like at times, because the weight, just being a sole provider, all that great stuff, all that strong black woman ish, single black mom ish, just the weight sometimes be a little heavy, not too much, because I'm really one of those women that, oh nigga, you ain't got to worry about it. Don't worry about it. These my kids. I got this. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna sit here and act like it's always peaches and cream neither. Like, sis don't have moments where she just like, God, increase, 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 which is why I'm moving steadily in the way that I'm moving, because God knows, in order to properly provide and take care of what He's blessed my womb with, I'm gonna need an increase, because you gave me 4 of them mother effers. Okay. And lo and behold, um, I had got a promotion this year, monetary, because I know people love to think that when you get promoted, it's just a title promotion, honey. Nah, it's not a title promotion. I got a huge bump, and I also moved up a band level, or I don't know how y'all look at it in y'all companies, but it's a band level. So with that being said, I'm not salary, so I still, I'm able to earn tax free overtime, honey. And that overtime pay on top of what I make has get put me easily an extra 15,000 on top of what I was making. Okay, on top of my earnings. And when I sit and think about that, and I think about God, and I think about Him increasing and increasing and increasing, because this is where I sow my seeds into, I think about where I should spread myself thin. Okay. And I came to the conclusion that I'm just not in the business of spreading myself thin to individuals who just genuinely just have it in their head, well, I know she's just gonna always be here. Or I know I can just F with her when I feel like it's no F with me when you feel like it when it comes to me. Because I can't tell you how many times people needed me, people called me, reached out to me, or whatever the case may be. And I've always been there for them. Always been there. Always. Never not been there for them. But now I feel like Anthony Philip Mitchell was saying in that clip that I shared on my Facebook today or yesterday, I feel like I can be stingy because I'm the epitome. I even did a whole video years ago, like 5, 6 years ago, talking about guarding your heart because everything you do flow from it. And I realized, because he made a point, it's something that he said that really spoke to me. And I think it was like, I don't remember, but it was somewhere amongst the lines of paraphrasing, but somewhere amongst the lines of like, everyone doesn't need your heart or your love, you know? And I feel like that was me. Like, I felt like everyone should feel the love that I have to give, like, because it's genuine. And I feel like a lot of people in this world aren't used to experiencing genuine love. So I be wanting to connect to people so that they can get that type of love, so they can experience what it means to have somebody that is there for them, that will listen to them, that will talk to them, that will support them, whatever it is that they need from that person, and just pour into them, love them, hold them, talk to them, pray over them. You know what I'm saying? Like, speak life into them. Everybody doesn't receive that in the way that it should be received. Not saying everybody in my life are that way, but there are people that are used to it, that just, I feel like, got complacent with, well, I don't need to pour back into her because this is what she do. This is how she is. This is how she gonna be anyway. You know? So what I've grown to is to be the one that leave without uttering a single word. To be the one that because once again, I'm very vocal. Anybody attached to me in any way know how I feel about everything. Very vocal. So if you move weird, I may not speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Because one, I'm one of those people, if I have an issue with you, I'm gonna have to address it to you, to your face. If I go 10 months without seeing you and we talk on the phone, I'm not going to tell you over the phone how I feel. I need to tell you this to your face because I need to see how you respond to it when I deliver you this message of how I've been feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I won't say anything. I just be, because I read body language. I read people. So I don't mean like that. You just, body language, voice tones, facial expressions. Like I peep all of that. You know what I mean? Psychology major dropout, but I peep all that. So I like to see how people handle the pressure when I'm communicating. Like, hey, this is how I feel. Another thing I'm getting sick and tired of is people entitlement to me. I don't have that same entitlement to you. But here you are expecting that entitlement from me. I'll get into that in a moment. Oh wow, you're 61. Okay. You said you still attend courses from work, and I love it. Yes, period, Chris. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Ever feeding your mind. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I honestly, I'm not gonna stop until I get my doctorate. I'm not even playing. Once I get this degree, it's the master's and it's the doc. And I'm not stopping. Then I'm going back so I can finish my psychology major, but I'll do like an associate's in that. So I'll have several degrees for sure. For sure. If Jesus don't come back and call us good people home, I will have several degrees if the Lord sees fit. For sure. But that's another thing that I'm gonna just talk about lightly because I'm not ready to share the story on it for sure yet. Even though I did share it on my Facebook, but it's private. It's for subscription. Well, it's a subscription base for subscribers only. There you go. Oh, this is gonna take a long time. But yeah, I am currently in school to receive a degree. BSA, BSBA. There you go, BSBA. Um, I don't know if people caught like my story the other day, but I did post it in there. I'm not gonna go speak out on it here yet. And reason being is because I just want to get through this first semester. But it's cool. It's been fun to me. I feel like all of my fears when it came to going back to school as, a full time student, as a full time single mother, as someone who wears multiple hats in and out the office, in and out the home, with family, with friends, like as someone that's always constantly pulled, do I have time for this? Can I do this? I felt like I've overcame that fear. God is good. He's encouraging, and he has encouraged me in a big way to just take the leap of faith He set me up real good, so I don't have to worry about tuition at all for a $70,000 degree. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. So, yeah, why not? You know what I'm saying? So, that was a lot of motivation. But one thing I'm learning being back in school is it's literally like work. It's like my job, like I needed to have this job before I actually really were able to pursue, my degree and really go off. Because I feel like I finally know what it is I wanted to do. And I think I mentioned this in my last live, but forever, I just always seen the end. Like I seen the successful side of me, and I seen the starting point. Like I see me here and I see where I am, but I did not know how I was going to get there. Like I would have conversations with my girl, with my sis. Like I know I am going to be somebody that makes that pulls that is that successful. I'm just having a block. Like how I just don't know how do I get there. And I'm telling you, it's something that I've been praying on and praying on. And then God slowly started planting those seeds like a couple of years ago. The first seed was planted. I attended this class off the rim because of this Facebook page I follow. Your girl's a nerd for real in real life. And I ended up taking this class because of the Facebook page I follow. And I was just like, no, I don't want to do that because I just don't want to deal with people. And that's a gift God gave me. I'm good with people. I am. I'm very good with people. More than the average. Like I'm way above average when it comes to being a people person. Even though a lot of times people that can't believe it, like I really just naturally rather be to myself. Like I really do. But it's just, everyone isn't as receiving and as welcoming as I am genuinely. You know what I mean? So people naturally gravitate to that because you're genuinely a nice person. You're genuinely a happy person or whatever the case may be. So people naturally gravitate to that. And I had to get over it because it was during a time, and if you go back a year or two, you'll see where I was like, I'm finally, even like I think I made a post about it, and when I come across it, I'll share it on my YouTube. But I'm like, I'm finally starting to fall in love with people again because I used to be a people person back in the day. And I used to be like, oh my gosh, like I'm so bubbly. I love people. And then I went through this really, really traumatic situation from relationships with everybody, the office, baby daddy, kid, like mom, siblings, like everywhere you turn, it was just like, mm-mm. So I really didn't like people at that time. I felt like people were just mean, rude, and nasty, and I really was using the word like I hate people. Like I can't, like not even supposed to hate, but back then that's how I felt. And then I don't know, life just started changing, and the sky started turning blue, and I just started falling in love with people again. You know what I'm saying? So the seed was planted again, from a higher up, like my director, executive director. So now I'm like, now she done said it, and and she said, I see this for you. And I said, all right, I can't act like I don't see that for me either. So, okay, I see that for me too. Can you start putting me on more projects? Can you start introducing me, putting me on more testing, introducing me to, and that's what they did. They started to provide me the resources that I needed to help encourage my career path of where I wanted to go. So as that started to unfold, like things was just happening, just more seeds were being planted. Last year, I started studying cybersecurity. Um, and I wasn't passionate about that. Like I can't explain how I feel about cybersecurity. Like I have a passion for it, but it's not a forefront. It was more so of me wanting to break into the tech industry and always knowing that there's an easier, more fitting way to do it that I just kept like denying. But that's just what it was. I love cybersecurity. I love learning about cybersecurity, but that's not where, well, ultimately I do want to do forensic cybersecurity. That's definitely on my to-do career list to do. But before I get there, one day, we just kind of slide up in there. But like what I really love, what comes natural to me, what I am very skillful in and have more than 5 years of experience in, is something that I'm currently going to school for. And it just hit one day. It was just like, wow, God, like this is it. Like all this time I've been running away from that. And the whole time that has been it. Now, if I done did it 2 years ago when that seed was first planted, by now the girl would be sitting at maybe 200K. Ain't gonna lie. Your girl's a hustler. Okay. So yeah. So very excited because I finally bridged the gap. God helped me see that, you know what I'm saying? Like that missing piece of the puzzle of how I'm going to get from A to Z. I finally got all the in betweens. And honestly, it was handed to me. Didn't have to worry about a single penny, didn't have to worry about nothing. Just God putting me in the right places, divine opportunities, divine connections, divine all of that. Those are the things that I pray and ask God for. And those are the things that He presents to me at the end of the day. It's always giving God advance my career. Okay. I be getting so sidetracked. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, and you said, I can tell, oh yeah, you're great. Okay, that's what I was talking about. You said my two nans thought, okay, everything that I learned throughout my life, my two nans taught you. Are you talking about nannies or nanas? What are nans? You said you worked two jobs back then, joining the police force. Okay, period. UK police force made life a lot more easier and better. And that's the thing, like people don't understand, like you have to get a skill, you have to get a trade, you have to a license, certifications, like a degree. Like you have to do something. You can't just do nothing. People see content creators and singers and then, oh, I want to be a dancer when I grow up. I want to be a singer. Yeah, that's cute and all. But you're going to need a plan A because those are plan Bs. Okay. And especially the way how demonic these industries heads are, like you're going to need a plan A and a B and a C. So yeah, life does become a lot easier. And one thing I can say, I don't want to speak too much on it anymore. I was about to get into it, but I've said enough. I'll save the rest for later. But yeah, I'll stop there. Returning to back to the UK, I did the same thing. Now at my age, I slow down. Now, and one job for me, we need God in our life each and every day. Okay, without Him, we are nothing at all. I know it sounds good to say it, but when you really, really think about it, like if I really sit here and think about like just one aspect, one thing about myself, it would be nothing. One good thing about myself would be nothing if it wasn't for God. And that's the thing people don't understand. People want credit. Oh, I'm God. I did this. I did da, da, da. You cannot. You didn't create yourself. Those elements, those elements that make you you, those things that are innate, those things that drives you, that motivates you, or not. Some people just don't tap into what God give them, and then that's a different story, you know. But those elements that make us unique, you know, some people don't capitalize on it, you know what I mean? But it's those elements that are God given that will get us ahead every time, especially when you're living according to his will. What's up, girl dad? Cooking up deliciousness? Yes, hit the like button because I'm about to say I ain't got a nan like. I got one like all this time. That tells me like I probably only have 5 people watching my live. Okay, let me because I see you signing off. Let me hurry up and read. Um, okay, you're doing a fantastic job with your kids, I'm sure. I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like I could always do better, you know, and that's just natural, you know, because I'm a single mother. I can't do everything yet, but I'm actively working hard. Well, I can't. I'm saying I can't do everything. Like there are things that my children are lacking that I cannot provide them at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Some things that I will never be able to provide them, but some things that I can provide them with just a little bit more extra hard work. And that's where I'm at in life. Um, almost there. um, let's see. Where that? Did I see that already? This thing would just move like that. I don't know why that would move like that. I don't mean to be all in your face. Uh, okay, I read that. Yeah, you're truly blessed. Blessings will continue to follow you. Thank you. And girl, that cooking up deliciousness, hit the like button if you haven't. Yes. And I totally agree with everything you're saying. Thanks, Chris. I'm wishing you all the best with your studies, with success. Likewise, likewise. Thank you. We should have a study hall, huh? Nans in English. See, I don't. Oh, okay. It means grandmother. Okay. See, I was like, is that like Nana? Okay. Grandmother. Nans in England means grandmother. Nans. That's so cute. I'm going to have my grandchildren call me Nans. Period. I educated myself by going to the library, period, paying more attention to things around me. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we have to learn to use old information compared to new information to gain more knowledge. It's all about growing mentally. It's not enough to just be somebody that make money. You could be the richest person in the world. You lack knowledge, you're broke. Okay? Spiritually and mentally. And if you don't have understanding, what good is wisdom without understanding? What good is knowing the facts without understanding the facts? Just saying. All right, let's stop talking. I'm gonna put this back on.
He needs that in his life. And sometimes women, um, they will get mad at their men, and they will use their children as pawns to get back at their men. Krishan Jesus' relationship with his dad has nothing to do with Krishan's relationship with Blueface. She doesn't have to be a part of that. If she wants to visit, she can supervise, get the visit supervised, drop him off with the person you want supervising the visits, and leave. But still allow him to see his child. And then have some stipulations like, you don't want him on live, you don't want him filmed, whatever it is that
Right.
you choose to do. That can be worked out. But anyway, Karlissa was denying allegations. that he was depressed, that while he was in jail, and they were saying he tried to jail, she's saying he was surprised. She defends him calling Krishan Golden Retriever, says that he's a comedian. She explained why Blueface got the face tat, saying that he wants to be ugly. I guess that's the kind of guy that
That's alluring though. Like he got face tats because he wants to be ugly. So like why?
Blueface got some mama issues there.
Why you want to be ugly?
That.
Who thought you was pretty?
She's saying that she inspired the new look that we're seeing here with Blueface. Okay. She said that if you love someone, you should never wish bad on them. And I agree with that 100%.
For sure.
You don't do that. I believe in the power of words. The words Krishan said were very powerful. And don't get me wrong, and the words that Karlissa says online too are very, very powerful. So she needs to watch the words as well, and so does Krishan. Okay, so this is Karlissa's live. Okay, so I'm out in the garden and I'm cleaning and I'm talking to the Lord and I'm like, what is all this? And I want you guys to learn a little bit today, okay? When somebody says that they love you, anybody, your mama, your daddy,
I can hear.
They know what it is, but they never speak it out of their mouth to try to cage you, to wish ill will on you. When somebody loves you, that's not love. Okay, I want you guys to learn. This is Love 101 today. It's not just for my son, this for your son. Because you know how it goes. Your son gonna get one too because you played with my son. And you play with me. That's just how the nature of it is. That's how it goes. But anyway, when somebody loves you, they don't wish.
You sound like Krishan.
They do like I do. I've never wished bad on a man before, and I've been dogged by at least 3. You feel me? I done been hurt by at least 3. We all been hurt by at least 3. But what you want to do is
at least 3.
You want to do like I do and boss up.
I feel as you hurt.
You have to. Get them full ride scholarships if you have to. So them other kids that them men go out and make have to call you and ask for help. You see what I'm saying? The men that have hurt me have called and said, can you talk to this coach for my son? Or can you do this? Or can you talk to this person? That's how you're supposed to get them back. And then you get a motherfucker back.
Getting them back.
Having them have to come back and eat off your table. And you better feed them. You better feed them so that your table can continue to grow. You don't sit there and try to cage your man so nobody else can't have them. God got a man out there.
What is she talking about?
He got a man out there that's going to stand so tough behind you that when you do make it, that other person going to wish he had did you like this new one doing me. You see what I'm saying? So don't wish bad on your partner. Don't even try to hurt them when you're crying and it hurts and your feelings is hurt. You already knew that motherfucker didn't want you in the first place. Don't cry. Every time somebody do you dirty, you got stocks in God's bank. Come on, somebody.
Girl.
Come on, somebody. When somebody
let's talk about some come on somebody. You say you enjoyed my topic. Let me read it in your sense. I've enjoyed your topic as I always do. Unfortunately, it's time for me to leave work. I love that y'all be tuning in while y'all at work. That's dope because I be tuning in other people's lives while I'm at work. Keep smiling and let your beauty shine through. Always stay safe and God bless you. God bless you too. Thank you so much, Chris. And I'll see you next time and talk to you later. Have a good rest of your day because it's morning, right? Thank you. Talk to you later.
you dirty, God may not even get them back because they were scheduled to do you dirty.
She yelling at me.
There's people out there scheduled to test you, to get you in right order.
Ooh, people out there scheduled. This is why I don't let my efforts stay around me. You're clicking and you're clicking down.
Okay?
A word.
The devil's kids called up God and said, hey, look at here, partner. I want that right there. He got out of jail and he think he all that.
I feel like she crashing out low key.
That's what God's supposed to say. Test that right there. Find out if he gonna cry. Y'all lied in jail.
That's why she said the book of Job.
His mama know he don't got no tears in there. The ducks he don't got
He don't got ducks. I'm done with Karlissa. She off the hook. Nobody can hear that. Anywho, what's up, Don? All the same familiar faces that I see. Hey, y'all. Hey, 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 hey. Why y'all up? Y'all went out tonight? Ah! I was supposed to go out tonight, but I needed more time to order my outfit. So I was like, can we reschedule? Because she's like, yeah, girl, because we need to, if we're going to go, we got to look good. Like, we need to order, okay? You said not me? Yeah, nah. And when I say going out, I definitely mean out to eat. I do not do the clubs. I don't do lounges unless I'm on vacation. Okay? On an island. It's the only way. When his brother went to jail, when his dog died, and when his dad didn't pick him up on time, he trained himself not to cry. This is what she was talking about. Man believes? Whatever a man's portion is a man's portion from God. Y'all gotta stop playing with people that was baptized when they was 12, not when they 30. She ate with that one. She said, and it is not to take away from people who were. But she has a point. You better stop playing with people who were baptized when they were 12 and not at 30. I felt that. Because yes, ma'am. Like, I'm not new to this. You are. I've been out here baptized in the Holy Spirit, okay? Fighting for my life. You new to this. You don't understand. They know they right. He knew when he got out, if he did right by her and did right by that child and tried to do right, and she flexed up, God was still going to bless him because I did what God said do. You don't know right, I got you, Father. She is crashing out bad. He is going with God. What? You mess with the wrong? You fucker who don't know God about that. But where are we going? Why is she talking like, what is going on? They didn't clone Blue. I already checked it. Because she acting like he in trouble or something. I want to know what's happening. What happened? Know him, and you have to know him to understand, like, he got it from me. Y'all see how I just did that whole sermon? Somebody from church gonna come up here mad, but somebody with a spirit that needs to hear from the other side of the fence heard me. Okay? Somebody that needs to hear heard me. But some people from church gonna be like, you know, you were supposed to go in there and say, our Father, which art in heaven. No, I'm supposed to say it how I say it. Okay? Hello. Thank you. I see some amens in there. I'm gonna keep on talking as long as I see them walking, okay? I'm done. I'm sorry. He believes whatever happened to him is what God designed. He knows the whole book of Job, okay? He ain't fixing to cry. Even if you beat him and beat it again, he ain't gonna cry. Okay? But he gonna laugh. He gonna laugh if he get up from that ass. And I promise you, he gonna laugh. Because you know what? You guys keep thinking he should talk how you talk. And his jokes and his and the stuff that he says is hard because even like his golden retriever thing, he's a comedian by nature. Okay? He's a comedian by nature. His daddy might cry. That golden retriever thing was hilarious. About 8, 9 years old. I know he don't cry. I don't care if Drake put him in a corner, get to him all day, and then Cali comes and finish him off. He ain't gonna cry. What did that mean? Well, that's a lie. You lie. That's the first lie. Now he might didn't wash his back for second. That might be true. But he ain't got no money. She is crazy.
You might even go watch his face if you ain't got no money, y'all. He might be stretching if he ain't got a dollar in his pocket. He's born like that. It don't got nothing to do with me. It might be his father. He's on the show. What did he say on the show, y'all? He said on the show.
She is funny.
Moments in life was when his dad came over, and his dad was homeless at the time, and spent the night with us. I ain't throwing one of the down. I'm just talking about your hard times. Don't take it personal. He said his best times in life. Go watch the show if you really want to know who Drew is. If you really want to know who we are. He said his best times in life is when I let his daddy come over and get in his bed, and he had a pocket full of money.
Shoot, my baby daddies is not allowed in my house. Not one or two. Yes, never. Never that.
There's a new episode out. It's loading right now on my laptop, baby. It'll be up in about 14 minutes. You got about 14 minutes to go get your subscription. Because after that, I'm going to raise the price up one more $5. Because you know what I'm saying? We don't know when it's going to be this good again, honey. That shit was good. Okay, I was tuned in like I wasn't even directing, producing, nothing. I just was tuned in like color purple. I said, ooh, oh.
Have you been asked to contribute to a veteran charity? Go to charitiesforvets.org to find out who spends your
Don't
money.
mind me, y'all. I'm really just
charitiesforvets.org.
doing my nails.
Duty. Country.
She's gonna set your son up. There's no such thing as set your son up, okay? There's no such thing. I got 2 armed guards at the door. You don't want to get hit with what they got. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And they ain't leaving, okay? On 6 side, they not leaving.
Okay.
Go over there and get what your mama told you not to get, okay?
Okay.
That's what you do about that, okay? What else we got?
Okay.
I don't play about my kids.
All right.
Right up in there. They might be taking a nap, but they gonna hear your ass. I promise you that. And ain't gonna be no call the police. Ain't gonna be no
Okay.
Okay.
She is funny. I'm cracking it.
You don't think your son is doing this wrong. I think my son got out with the greatest intentions on trying to bridge all the gaps. Just like God told him to do, go check on your kids. Go take care of your son. If this one is down and the other one's okay, what do the Bible say? Go check on the one that's down. We did that. He talked me into that. I factored that, right? I said, but Jonathan, the only thing that I'm going to tell you,
I don't like when it feels like that.
because they say they're doing that voodoo. I don't know nobody that do voodoo, so I don't want to even be doing no extra.
So wait, she's saying Krishan does voodoo? Because that's crazy. Not Miss Yahweh.
That's all I said, y'all. I'm not about to be rebuking all day and decreeing and declaring and putting myself in no extra special.
What'd she say? What'd she say? That is hilarious.
There's no such thing. I got 2 armed guards at the door, and you don't want to get hit with what they got. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And they ain't leaving, okay? On 6 side, they not
on
leaving.
6 side. She is funny. Not on her production.
What else we got?
On 6 side.
I don't play about my kids. They right up in there. They might be taking a nap, but they gonna hear your ass. I promise you that. And ain't gonna be no call the police. Ain't gonna be none of that. Okay. You don't think your son is doing this wrong. I think my son got out with the greatest intentions on trying to bridge all the gaps. Just like God told him to do, go check on your kids. Go take care of your son. If this one is down and the other one's okay, what do the Bible say? Go check on the one that's down. We did that. He talked me into that. I factored that, right? I said, but Jonathan, the only thing that I'm going to tell you is I don't want nobody touching me because they say they're doing that voodoo. I don't want nobody that do voodoo, so I don't want to even be doing no extra prayers.
This is why I thank God for my son, because I ain't got to deal with this. And by the grace of God, please keep him on a straight and narrow. In Jesus' name, amen. I keep missing this part. What is she saying? Why did she say that? She said, I'm not about to be rebuking all day, declaring it. Girl. Oh, yeah.
Greatest intentions on trying to bridge all the gaps. Just like God told him to do, go check on your kids. Go take care of your son. If this one is down and the other one's okay, what do the Bible say? Go check on the one that's down. He did that. He talked me into that.
The scripture is
right? I said, but Jonathan, the only thing that I'm going to tell you is I don't want nobody touching me because they say they're doing that voodoo. I don't know nobody that do voodoo, so I don't want to even be doing no extra prayers to get nothing up for me. I'm not doing that. That's your business. Don't touch me and don't touch Journey. That's all I said, y'all.
All right, so
rebuking all that and decreeing and declaring and putting myself in no extra special oil and water. And
it's funny because it's her, but I mean, ma'am. Okay, so she said that she didn't want the girl touching her because, you know, she heard she do voodoo and all that other extra stuff. And she was like, nah, don't touch me. Don't touch my granddaughter. She said, I'm not about to be out here rebuking all day, declaring and decreeing and splashing holy water and oil on me to get that up off of me. When I say I feel her, but at the same time, I feel like we got to do that irregardless. But I get you. Like, I'm not about to be trying to deal with this situation with this girl rebuke. I feel that. Like, when it comes to toxicity, that just goes back to toxicity. All that is just demonic. Like, I ain't got no time for contention, discord, none of that. If that stuff provokes something in me that I myself don't want to reveal, it's not a side that I want to show, express, or move, like, I have to remove myself from them people. Okay? Because I'm not about to be out here decreeing and declaring and doing all that because I choose to stay in the toxic situation. Like, what are we praying for? If you have the legs and the feet and the means to go, go. Even if you don't have the means to go, God will supply all your needs. When you lean into that, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Take the bare minimum and go. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, that's not healthy. If I got it to survive, and listen, once again, like I said, I agree. I get it and I don't, because I feel like naturally the Bible teaches us to put on our whole armor of God. Is it Ephesians? Don't give me the lying. Is it 3 or is it 6? But it's in Ephesians. And or maybe it's 5. But we're supposed to put on the whole, don't quote me, y'all. Please just look it up. We're supposed to put on our whole armor of God. So that may require decreeing and declaring, you know what I'm saying? And rebuking. It may require that, but I get it. I'm not about to, don't touch me with that evil spirit, with the malicious intent. Don't be around me. I listen, there's girls that are mad at me because I won't go near them. I see your spirit and I do not want that over here. Don't want it. I don't want that. I don't want to be in the energy where I feel like I have to be defensive, and there may be some contention in the atmosphere. There may be some stirring up strife. Some people may, I don't need that in my life because my life is not that. I be all giggles and laughing and everything. As soon as that comes in and reveals itself in my life, I have trauma responses. Yo, you gotta go. And I'm not about to be decreeing and declaring. You just gotta go. I decree. I don't know why I want to say decree, but I will decree and declare in all other aspects. But I'm not going to entertain this mother effer by decreeing and declaring because I choose to stay in some place I should have left a long time ago. That's all I'm saying. Y'all know. I hope y'all hear what she talking about. Cause
doing everything just because he went and got
that's
some
it.
weird that I told him not to do.
Ooh,
Fuck that. I'm not doing
she's
it.
spilling the
I'm
beans.
your mom.
Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop playing with God, yo.
Just like God told him to do, go check on your kids. Go take care of your son. If this one is down and the other one's okay, what do the Bible say? Go check on the one that's down. We did that.
I'm gonna look that one up.
I sat through that, right? I said, but Jonathan,
I ain't saying she wrong. Just saying I gotta check. I gotta fact check it. She said the Bible said I gotta fact check it. I told y'all to fact check it. I gotta fact check it. When you say the Bible says, I'm gonna look it up. Matter of fact,
that's your business. Don't touch me and don't touch Jerry. That's all I said, y'all. I'm not about to be rebuking all day and decreeing and declaring and putting myself under no extra special oil and water and doing everything just because he went and got some weird that I told him not to do. Fuck that. I'm not doing that.
she
I'm
is
your mama. That's your
unhinged.
goddamn. I don't know. Your daddy can do it though. If he want to get some of that on him. But I'm not
She
doing
is unhinged.
just like the day we got into it. I'm not doing that. I love you, son. I got other kids and other family that need me. I'm not about to be around here halfway lopsided because you running around with a goddamn voodoo doll. No, ma'am. No, sir. Ain't no hey, no how.
That lady is
I
hilarious.
I was there. I supported. I had all my best security in place. I had all, thank God, and we walked. It was a good day. Now, if you couldn't convince her to let your son stay so that your other kids could come over, you were supposed to go to war.
Okay.
You were supposed to switch up. Now, if she's gonna hog the house so the other kids can't come and enjoy you, and only one baby can enjoy you after 72 hours, who's supposed to boss up?
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
You ain't gonna let nobody stay in your house, other kids. And for y'all that think that's cool, I can't wait for nobody to pick your kids up.
Now I can't wait for nobody to come pick your kids up. Ouch. Dang. Called a stray.
Oh, my son that's 8 years old. Fuck out of here with that.
Okay.
Hey, ain't nobody so church that they don't.
Okay.
It's time for you to go.
She said, ain't nobody so church that they dumb. Excuse me. Better preach.
Don't let the dough hit you where the back split you out.
With a good Lord.
Now, if I didn't plea bargain, I didn't dare. I let him land and let you kiss on my back. I didn't let you rub up my ass. I didn't let you get on my live. I didn't get you.
Somebody get his mom. Get Blueface mom, because what the heck? She said, now I done plea bargain. She now speaking for Blue. She said, I done let you kiss on my back. I'm sorry. If you don't follow the circus, you don't know.
My other kids can come and we can all sit here and marinate on each other.
You marinate on each other. The girl is funny.
Oh, it's Blue. Well, then what happened to Bino? She wished she almost got beat. Didn't she just tell the whole people that Bino should be in jail too? He robbed the liquor store or did this or did that.
Something going on because she crashing out.
Bino too? Oh, come on. And then it's a coincidence that the young boy get pulled over while he's with her. Y'all better stop playing with him.
Okay.
Y'all all need to go pray, because I'm going to tell the Lord that all of y'all played with her when y'all could have helped her.
She said, I'm going to tell the Lord.
All y'all could have told her, hey, look,
check
this out. So you and Blue could say, cool, you should leave for a little bit so his other kids could come see him too. You know what I'm saying? But no, y'all was over there laughing and shit. Journey and Devon ain't gonna get no time with their daddy. Oh yeah, we gonna piss Jaden off so he don't never get to see them other kids. Y'all can trifle that. Your mama don't want you, your daddy don't, and you ain't gonna never have no husband because ain't no goodness in you to give to nobody else. Y'all sit there and laugh.
She is hilarious.
I've been watching all y'all, and then I go on your page and look at the little dusty, crusty kids and your dusty, crusty. I've been watching y'all. I've been watching y'all.
She went off.
I be looking.
And I keep catching strays, and I ain't got nothing to do with this.
But anyway, enough about that. Yes, Journey is on her big one. Journey is the star, okay?
Yes, she is.
Journey is the star of TikTok because nobody saw her like camera action. She just jumped on that mug and did her thing, honey.
A little spoiled baby.
That was all natural. I've been coaching her on acting, but I did not coach her at all on that meeting with her father because that is completely her personality. So y'all can pretty much see what we got going on here. It's in my DNA, okay? These blessings belong to us.
Okay.
We didn't steal them from anyone.
Okay.
These are the blessings that we have prayed for since my kids came out my behind.
Okay.
Since they blocked me from being able to go on auditions. Y'all do know that I was invited on the baby boy audition, and I could have been a whole Taraji. But the babysitter didn't show up. I had to walk out right before my turn came. Do y'all know what that cry is to God when you right there at the door and the babysitter call like, oh, I have an emergency. I need you to do X, Y, and Z. Or they done your daughter in the eye with a
I'm honestly about to leave because I'm about to take a break now that I shaped these and then do my acrylic. And I may come back tomorrow to paint it. I may come back tonight to paint my nails. I don't know. But I need a break. I need to take a break. I need a break. But it's over an hour. Not too much. All right, Karlissa. Ladies just yelling, just going at it, just boom. See that's not my life. But I will say this: do I need to fix it? Okay. Yeah. Just gonna make it a little bit more narrow. Honestly, I've been putting this off doing my nails for a month. Like I've been putting this off for like a month. And the reason is because I just didn't feel like I felt like it was just gonna be too much because I have so much to do to my nails. Like if I could just show y'all everything that I have lined up, it don't make any sense. So I've been very picky. Like I don't want the nail salon. I don't like the nail salon doing my nails, to be honest. Even like I was thinking about like when I got my toes done the other day, I was thinking about like, okay, well maybe I'll just tell them to do the base, like what I'm doing right now, like this with acrylic. That's it. But I'm like, they be messing up the shape in the acrylic too. Like I'm gonna be pissed off if I waste money and they mess it up. Or waste money because they mess it up. Like that be pissing me off. It's literally the reason why I put my foot down and said, F that, I'm doing my own nails. The last few places I done been effing up. And mind you, that's a little minute ago. I've been doing my own nails consistently. I mean, for over a year now, for sure. I probably got them done at the shop professionally probably about 2 times within the last year. 2, 3 times. No. Well, since I started doing my own nails, yeah. But that's only because they've been messing up. And it pisses me off. Like I've been getting my nails done since I was 14. So it's like I catch the errors, the mistakes. I'm like, yo, I ain't got time for this. It was really when they didn't have my nail color. Like I was like, I've been coming to this place for over 6 years and y'all still don't have my nail color? Re-up. New nail polish. Then I go there for, to get my toes done. Same spot. And they only got one book of polishes. It's like 35 polishes. Y'all ain't got no more books. Like, I ain't got time. And I have a lot of polishes and stuff. I'm gonna have to just get a bunch more and organized. But I'm feeling green. Everything is green for me. So I'm gonna do a monochromatic green. I'm gonna do rhinestones. I'm gonna do crosses. I'm gonna do blooming effects, chromes, 3D effect. Like I'm gems. Like I'm doing it all when it comes to these nails, and that's why I want to share the process. So I may not share me applying the acrylic, but I will share the whole adding the colors and the creativity aspect because one thing I love, this is why I also been putting off doing my nails because I have to have ample time and energy to do my nails. So work has been busy, extremely busy. Um, and on top of work, there's a school. Literally, that's what the freak I'm gonna do after I take my little break. No, I'm gonna do that right before I go to bed because I need to put this acrylic on tonight. If I put the acrylic on tonight, I can be back in a few hours and add the color and stuff. But I have to do that early, so that's probably gonna be like hopefully before 12. Hopefully, I can be out of bed, up and out them before 12 tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, I'm gonna do the monochromatic, the greens, different shades of greens. And yeah, that's what I've been feeling lately. It's just I'm a neutral girly, so I love like a nude neutral too. Like I love browns, brown nudes, tan nudes, white, off white. The black's okay. I'm not really a black girly. Like, like my sister, she loves wearing black. A lot of her wardrobe is black. Me, I love like white, off white. Like that's more my tea. So that paired with a shade of green, anything that reminds me of plants. That's that's just what I've been into lately. Um, that's really what I'm going for. Like just anything that reminds me of plants. That's all different shades of greens. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm doing. That's what it is. So that's what I'll be doing. Yeah, I might have to. This is crazy because I know that's gonna look. I need a new shaper. It's so crazy because it'd be like I do this hand better than the other hand, and I'm right-handed, but it be coming like I'm left-handed. Yeah, but I'm gonna get on out of here, and I'll be back either tonight, night, like as in I'll come back a little later, which I highly doubt. I'm ready to tap out now. Shoot, I might do the acrylic tomorrow. I don't feel like fighting with the brush, man. Okay, I'm getting sleepy. Let's see what it's given. I'm either gonna finish my nails tonight or nah, I'm probably just not. I'll just do one more assignment because that will put me where I need to go for tomorrow. I keep saying tomorrow, but later on today. As soon as I'm done this. But I'm about ready to tap out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm ready to go. But since I'm here, let me clicking down. All right. I'll finish watching this later by myself because that's too much. Hmm. Is there anything interesting on? Most relevant. Mm. Oh God, I don't even know. Listen, I definitely can't. I can't do the acrylic tonight. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tired. Okay, let's just actually whatever. I'm about to tap out.
These dishes just aren't getting clean. Problem isn't the machine.
And that's my problem. Every time I start getting like this, I'll take a nap. And that's how it's been all day today. Just play. So I can finish. I'm so sleepy. Yeah. I don't know none of these songs. I don't know this one. Excuse me. That's probably why I don't know these artists. Because this is the guy. And if you watch videos, live videos from the past, even to a year ago, I started playing. I'm lying. This ain't it. It's a top. The beats. I don't know. But the guy, I don't know about the beats. I don't know if that's the same person. But the guy is usually who I listen to. I'm like, he's from Canada, so it's like, okay, it makes sense why I don't know these artists. I don't know if this is the same person. No, because normally he shows himself too. Oh yeah, before I tap out, Mother F is entitlement, right? I need to get this out because who the freak? Yo, I really don't want to be this woman, but who the freak do niggas think they are? This dude that I met on an island, young boy, cool dude. Naturally, he was a cool dude, super respectful, super kind. Um, and we all like exchanged freaking social medias because we took pictures together. You know, like I don't know. When I travel, I meet a lot of people, and I don't. It's not like anything serious. We just stay connected. That's all it is. This mother effer, he was cool. You know, be in my inbox every now and again, whatever. Um, we did end up exchanging numbers, but not on no like we trying to talk to each other type ish. It was, more on some like family type ish, like, yo, I need your help, with this currency thing happening over there, trying to get some USD, you contact this branch for me, that type of stuff. So that's what it was. Why the freak? Like a freaking month later, dude hit me up out the blue, asking if I could loan him $1,000. You want me to loan you $1,000? Jesus, like this is what the freak I gotta deal with. When did I look like the woman? A nigga I don't talk to. I don't even know his last name. Met him one time on an island. Don't have no normal conversation. Don't talk to for real. When did I look like I was the person to loan the nigga money? Then he gonna use his Southern American culture, which is crazy because I dated a guy from Guyana, which is South America. That's not his culture. He took care of all orders, all bills, covered everything. Never asked, never fixated his mouth, never would. I had to beg him to do something for him. You know what I'm saying? Spa day. We had a spa day. I really, really, really wanted us to enjoy that. And he was so adamantly against it. But finally, he gave in and allowed me to treat him to a spa day. This dude gonna say, "Oh, my bad. My culture. We just, it's not an issue when somebody asks. It's not an issue when somebody asks their mom for $1,000 or their girlfriend or wife for $1,000. It's an issue when you ask a single mother of four who lives in another country who you don't know for real, who don't know you, for some money." So when he asked, I responded like, no, I don't never have money to loan. I don't loan money. I give it. So if you ask for some money and I give it to you, I have the mentality now not to expect it. Reason why I can't get into the specifics, but a lifelong lesson that I've learned. And I know you don't lend money that you need back. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, there's not a penny I earn that I could lend. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I choose and God put it on my heart to give, because maybe that's what He's seen, like, oh, she has a very giving spirit. That's completely different, sweetheart. Like, I feel led to give. I don't give because, oh, niggas would have just hit me up and they got something out of me. That's not how it works. That will turn me off. You know what I'm saying? Period. If you was down, I could never even imagine a man in a different country living the way he do, needing me all the way up here. It just was so crazy to me. And so yeah, I tell him like, listen, I ain't got no money to live. I don't never got money to lend. So he never responded. And then he hits me up on Facebook like yesterday, and he was like, "Hey, I text you," and I was like, "Yeah," and I responded, and that's crazy. What you text me is crazy. And he was like, "Crazy? You questioning why I find you asking me for $1,000 to loan you $1,000 crazy? Now that's crazy." I'm like, yeah, nigga, crazy. Like, what the freak? Like, you don't never ask no single, like, that's how I feel in general. Like, if y'all don't know, like, it could be like a nigga outside the mother freaking liquor store grocery store, whatever. Like, don't ask me for nothing, because don't you see, don't you see me with my kid? Like, don't you? Why are you asking a woman with kids for anything? Like, don't ask me for nothing. What I choose, that's the thing about men that I like. They're like, oh, they want a woman that does all this stuff. I am that woman. And let me tell you something, these niggas do not care about that. They say, oh, we just want somebody to trust and believe. They don't be caring for real. It don't be giving that, because I am that woman. You know what I mean? Like, even recently, and no offense if you watching, but do one of the, I don't know what the freak of hangout is. I don't hang out with niggas. I don't even date niggas for real. Like, I date my girls. I date my sister. I date my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I date my best. Like, I don't date niggas for real. Like, I really don't. So if you want to take me out on a date, you gonna have to. You got 5 seconds. Why I should go on a date with you? So, or why I should hang out? I don't hang out with men. Like, I'm not hanging. I'm a grown woman. I don't hang out with men for no reason. If I'm there genuinely for a reason, literally. Like, maybe because I'm there to support you, or because I understand you're going through a tough time right now, and that's just what it gives. But I don't just date and hang out with men for the heck of it. I'm just not that girl. I don't never have men in my home. Oh, that's our cat. Hold on. I don't never have men in my home. Hold on, y'all. Uh, okay. But yeah, like, I don't never have men in my home. None of that. Like, I don't play them type of games. I'm not no goofy. I don't have niggas around my kids. I know there's a lot of lonely women out there. A lot of lonely single women out there. But this one ain't it. It was never given desperate and single. Never. So yeah, it don't fly like that over here. So you want to get me outside, for one, you better come correct, because you got 5 seconds. Shoot me with your best shot. Because if you wasted my time, then the time will not be had. Okay. But yeah, like, I'm just not the type of woman that you can just go and ask. You can turn to. I'm not that stranger you can turn to in need. God speaks to me, and that's just what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? When God put it on my heart to give or to show up for somebody, that's God given. But it rubs me wrong when I see men that know that I'm a single woman that seek anything monetary from me. Like, a man in my life, period, I feel like should be willing to lessen the load. You know what I'm saying? Like, I take care of all this by myself. And if you think I have to tip in order to go on a date with you, nigga, I will pay for my whole plate. And I'll go without you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel, because it's not a date if I have to tip. It's not a date if I have to buy your drinks or cover the parking. It's not a date. If you're expecting that out of me, it's not a date. We are friends and we hanging out. And where I'm at in life, I don't need no friends like that. I already have my girls. You know what I mean? I don't need nobody picking me up. You can't pick me up from my place because you can't know where I live. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's just these men today, like, they got me effed up because of females. Because of desperate, lonely females, they got me effed up. I'm not. So, like, it was just so crazy for me. What, you skipped past all them people in your country and came over here in the U.S. and you saying, you trying to question why I think it's crazy you asking me, a mother, for $1,000, nigga. Like, what the freak? I'm just gonna be like, yeah, here, and I expect it back by Thursday with interest. Like, no, I'm not that. No, nah, because I can't afford anything to be taken out of my baby's lives, out of their mouths, out of their nothing. They cannot lack because I loaned something that I wasn't. Now, once again, sowing seeds, offering tithes, that's a different story. I'm giving in the name of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like it's appropriate for any man, especially a stranger, to reach out to a woman, especially a single mother, for anything monetary. The only time you should be reaching out to me when it comes to monetary is like, here, I see you here. Like that's it. You trying to add more to my load? Like what the freak? I ain't rich. I work very hard for every penny I make. Very hard and still working very hard. I'm talking restless nights, going to bed at y'all see what time I be up. If you on Facebook, I be waking up mad early, going to sleep late. You know what I'm saying? Because why? I'm doing stuff in between there. You know what I'm saying? Like my time is always occupied. Even now, I'm doing my nails late night. You know what I'm saying? Just documenting it on live. That's just it because it's been a minute since I went live. But yeah, like my time is very precious, not to be wasted. But asking me for $1,000, the craziest thing ever. Like that's a bold mother effer. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Like, listen, dude, you ain't got to be sorry. You just need to know I'm not the person you could ever ask." And that's what I told him the first time when I told him like, "You can't, you can never, I'll never have money to loan, and I will never be the person to ask." Like, that's just how I am in general. Like, I feel like people just be inconsiderate when it comes to me. I think I talked about this in my last live. I know I posted about it a week ago. Mother effers be so inconsiderate when it comes to me, and that's just something that I'm really practicing being stern on in this season. You are inconsiderate about me, my time, my space. I'm a mother. So if I make plans with you, whether you are a sister, a brother, a friend, like anybody, if I make time with you, knowing that I'm a mother of four, that's me making time, making arrangements to spend time with you. When that time is not being considered, that's a turn off for me. Like that's the season I'm in right now. That's unacceptable. That's just how I feel about it. Anywho, I wish they had the artist's name. But yeah, I think there was one more thing that I definitely wanted to push out there too. Let's see that I haven't already touched on. Mm, that sounds like Chris Brown beat. I like this song. Yeah. All right, let me think. Is there? I know there was something else. Oh yeah. I just had to get all this stuff out. Okay. Another thing I don't tolerate is niggas calling me their wife. It's just not cute. Don't do it. Don't say. Cut it out. Oh, I ain't see. I had 3 likes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I don't like. I don't like niggas to pet name me. Like that's cringy as f. It's disturbing as f, and I don't like it. Call me my name. Call me Chris, Christian, Chrissy, not baby. I don't mind sweetheart, but definitely not baby. Definitely not love. Definitely not wife. Like I don't like niggas doing that. Like, because I feel like it's a love bombing tactic. And when I say I'm not these young girls, niggas be used to dating, I'm not. And I'm also not your sugar mama either. Because that's a new thing too, because, my older bestie from work, she's in her 50s. And she's dating, a younger guy. She dates younger men. And she gonna tell me that I'm like right there at that cougar territory. And I'm like, can't be me because I ain't there yet mentally. Like, I don't know if that will ever be a thing because I'm a mother for real. Like, I have sons and I'm really like I'm still on mom mode. So I can't imagine me dating younger for one of those facts. I have a long list why, but that's just one of them. And I just found it funny because yeah, there was a young boy in my inbox who kept taking it behind, beside himself to say, "Oh, my wife," and this, that, and they're like, "No, don't do that. Like, I don't like that, and I'm not your wife. You know, call me my mother freaking name because one thing I learned, and this is the worst example. I'm just not going to say who it was, but I learned from somebody that you just really shouldn't let ninjas call you wife or say my wife and stuff, and they ain't earned it. And I really don't believe us as women should be saying, "Oh, that's my husband," because I definitely was one of them. I literally have videos of me calling my ex my husband. Okay? That's where I effed up at. That nigga's not my husband, you know? But that's where we be effing up at. You cannot call somebody your husband or your wife and they have not earned that title. Same token, like you have not earned the title to call me baby. That's a form of you claiming me. You can't claim me. I don't know what this thing is with niggas will have two conversations with me or whatever, maybe in each other's atmosphere a couple times or whatever the case may be. Now all of a sudden you want to claim me? Like, dude, I've been single for 6 years. I can't be claimed. I can't, it's not going to be that easy. It's not. If it was that easy, I would have had multiple boyfriends like within these last 6 years. It's not that easy for me. Like I'm not in a rush to be in a really. I'm not in a rush to in my singlehood. I'm not. I'm not there. Not there. I've still been single less than I have been when I was in a relationship. I can still be single for some more years. Like I'm not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here trying to claim a woman that you ain't put no effort into. You want to claim somebody, but you ain't take out, you ain't pay no bills, you ain't you. We got men out here paying for master degrees, and I'm saying what I know because those are the type of people that I'm friends with. Yeah, they're investing real. They invest in real deals into their spouses or significant other or interest life. We not just saying, "Oh, you my husband, my fiance, my wife, my." We not just saying that for nothing. You ain't getting that off on me. I worked hard to be single for 6 years. If you want to get me up out of this seat, you gonna have to come hard. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to come harder than I worked being single for 6 years. Because it's like it's given very much so big. Oh yeah, you single. When people say, "Oh, I know you got a man," or "I know niggas be that," what is it to you? Like that just don't mean nothing to me. A man in my face don't mean nothing to me because these niggas be in everybody's face. It don't matter what they look like. It don't matter what they lack. It don't matter what they have or what they don't. These niggas be in everybody's face. None of that ish woos me at all. Oh, you so beautiful. You so beautiful. You okay. You got anything else you want to talk about besides me being beautiful? Can we talk about the sunset? Can we talk about the earth, in fact, being flat? Can we talk about something else? Like, Can we talk about sea animals? What's your favorite? Like something else besides me being so beautiful. Because what you call beautiful on the outside is nothing compared to the beauty on the inside. And I know that I be here with it. You know what I'm saying? I be here with it on this mother freaking YouTube. But in real life, I'm soft as cotton. Soft. Like Sherman. Okay? Super soft. No shame, no game. Super soft. Like I'm assertive, I stand on mine, but I am very much so marshmallow. You know what I'm saying? So that's why like I have to be assertive because if I'm willing to be soft for anybody, it has to be worth it. You know what I mean? So niggas ain't even out here doing what they supposed to do, but out here trying to claim somebody because let me try and claim her and get her head psyched up. You can't. Niggas cannot move me like that. Like I'm such a slow process girly. Like it's gonna take a very long time for me to even accept the fact that I'm in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just different when it comes to me. And I feel like there's a lot of other elements to it too, because I have a lot of things going on in my life that requires my focus. That's all. It requires my focus. Therefore, I don't need any distractions. And I do feel like when you are involving yourself with anybody, you know what I'm saying? And depending on where you're at in life, like in this phase of my life, right now I'm focusing on transitioning my career and I'm in school. So focusing on getting A's, B the lowest. But that's I have no choice. I have to get a B average, but I'm focusing on being in honors, and just working hard and doing my best just to earn my degree. I don't need to be worried about like, is this why did he answer a phone call when I could be studying? You understand? I don't need to be worried about like, oh, who is he talking to or who inbox he in when I'm checking my inbox at edu.edu. Okay, like because when I get this degree, and honestly, before I get this degree, because I'm almost there, I'm about 70. Ooh, never mind. Let me stop talking. I done said my inside thoughts out loud, Lord Jesus. Fix it. Look, I ain't going to bed no time soon. I'm up. I done woke up talking about them topics. But yeah, like, I just want men to do better. Because while you sitting there trying to contemplate whether or not you should do better or not, you got women like me that's just out here steady seeking elevation. Not who I'm laid up under, not if this nigga gonna call me tonight. Like I don't have those issues. I don't worry about those things at all. And mind you, I am like obviously I'm not like a prune. Like obviously I talk to guys here and there. Sometimes I connect on some real ish. Okay? Sometimes I be like, ooh, the only thing that be keeping my legs closed is knowing the fact that they don't deserve me type ish. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. So it ain't like I just be out here just, no, very much so desire, very much so picking and choosing. And it's still no. Got things to do. You want to move me up out my singlehood, up out my seat. You want to put me into the dating category with you. You gonna have to come different, and that's just that. Cause whatever I feel like, cause oh yeah, even a couple of weeks ago, I think, or last week when I was talking on my live about the post that I made about Snoop Dogg, I don't know if I mentioned it, but dude gonna get up under my post and talking about enjoy being single. Like, nigga, what the freak you think I've been doing these last 6 years? You said that like I was supposed to cry. Like that was supposed to hurt my feelings. Enjoy being single. What you think I've been doing these last? Why you think I'm still single? If I wasn't enjoying being single, then why the heck would I not be single? Why would I not sell? I see these girls all day on Facebook. Go on their mother freaking Facebook. Post about a new nigga that they love all of a something. Okay? And 2 days later, they be right back up the Twitter fingers. See, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. You shouldn't be struggling with a man. You shouldn't be depressed with a man. You shouldn't be spiritually broken with a man. You understand? So if I'm going to have a man in my life, he got to make sure that those things don't happen. And while I'm not dependent on a man to ensure those things don't happen, I'm just going to make sure that I do and develop what I need to develop in my season of singlehood. And that's what people don't understand. They're not even giving themselves time to develop into, the great man or woman that they could be because they're so eager to have a void. I had a thought the other day, right? I don't know many men that can be single for, I don't know any man that has been single as long as I've been single. I feel like most men could probably go a year the most outside of jail because niggas swear they do something when they get locked up and I practice celibacy. You ain't practice celibacy. You just had no choice. It's a difference. What other alternative is you gonna do? You had one alternative, and if you didn't take that alternative, then we know what it was. It wasn't a choice. There wasn't a choice. You was locked up. There's a difference. It's one thing to be locked up and another thing to be outside making decisions, okay? So yeah, like niggas be out here swearing, da, 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 da. Most niggas that I know, that I've met, that I've encountered, cannot go months, weeks, days alone outside the pen. They can't do it. They're not strong. They're not mentally strong. And outside of being strong, they don't have that value. Now, I'm not saying that this doesn't happen, that they can have that value. Like, I know men like that do exist. Don't get it twisted. But I'm saying that most niggas that I know personally, it's like, dang, did you give yourself a break to learn yourself? Because it's one thing to take a year off. It's another thing to take 3 years off. It's another thing to take 6 years off. How serious are you about the value and your value that you can bring to a woman? Because how I look at it, like, this the thing niggas don't realize when it come to me. This is why I don't be in a rush to deal with niggas, because most niggas just got out of something. Barely hanging on to thin, barely out of something. They could go back in it tomorrow if the girl say one thing right. You know what I'm saying? So for me, being on this journey for 6 years, I'm not looking forward to being with somebody that just fresh out of relationship. Like, in my mind, you're gonna need at least a year or two. Like, it's hard for me to fathom being with somebody that just barely legal, like just got out of a relationship, just barely had time to heal on their own self, without me accepting the fact that, oh, I'm supposed to heal you now. Because I won't ever use the word rebound, but I'm supposed to heal you. Because what good am I for you in this stage of your journey? You got to go through your own processes so that you can get to a point where you learn the value of yourself, to where you are a lot more restraint when it comes to sex and being disciplined, to your hormones and your emotions and your feelings. You got to be a man of substance where you feel like, nah, I'm too valuable to just cast my pearls at swine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I be looking at niggas. They be talking, and I just be like you talking, you preaching to the choir. sir. Because that's not where my head is at mentally. I be processing differently. I process things so differently. And part of that comes with my journey, you know, just knowing my journey. Like, because I can be like, okay, is that somebody that I see myself with? I'm not going to entertain them. But you never know. It might be a mother freaking, I keep saying lunar phase, lunar, whatever phase that is in a menstrual cycle. I keep saying that when that time comes, homegirl get a little horny. Okay? Get a little hormonal imbalance. Okay? Catch me at the right time and on the wrong day, it might be a little hot. I ain't gonna say I go all the way because I don't do that. But it might get a little hot. It might get a little, nigga, you need to back up before we both get in trouble kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a lot more than that on any given day. You catch me on that day, it might be a little harder, but on any other given day, I'm looking at you and I'm just like, this dude is wasting my time. Like he doesn't even realize it. And not because I haven't already expressed these things, it's because he's not taking what I've expressed seriously. And because I recognize that he doesn't take himself seriously. I like men that value themselves. I like men of value. And I'm not talking about how much he got in his pockets, what he drives, what kind of home he live in. Cause a lot of people have more than me. I got this small box with me and my 3 kids. Okay? That's what I have. This box and these kids, car over there, saying like don't have it all together. But I do have this, and I do have value, and I do have worth, and I do have dignity and integrity, and I do have drive, and I do have successes. You know what I'm saying? I do have a lot. So it's like when you know your value and you know your worth, it's just no, you can't ask me for $1,000. No, you can't play in my face today. No, you can't cancel plans on me after I made arrangements for my kids, and it's gonna be okay. Just saying, this is different. You get a different person. Like I'm different today than who I was last year. Every year on my journey, being a single woman, a single mother, being on a celibacy journey, every year I'm learning something more valuable about myself. And some of the lessons that I've learned within these years weren't easy. I've mentioned several times that I failed a big test this year, a fiery one that, I'm not proud about or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I use that, you know, for God's glory. Because anything that the enemy made for evil, God is going to turn around in my life for good. So I used that and took that for humility purposes, for accountability purposes, and also for awareness, like, to give myself grace. And I've also learned why I've always have to have a space of humility. I can never feel like, oh, I do things over the top like a lot of these church folk do. They feel so perfect. They get knocked down. They don't know how to handle themselves. Like me, I know I'm not perfect. So when I get knocked down, I know not to go into this weird behind behavior depressive state. Like I know what it is. Like, you know what I mean? But I do feel remorseful and I do feel like, dang, I let God down and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's a different me each time. Each lesson that I learned over these last 6 years have molded me to be just significantly connected to God, His Word, and His promises. And making sure that, I try to emulate that and understanding that, I'm human, not as an excuse, but just as grace that I have to give myself. You know what I'm saying? I have to allow room for error, not intentionally to cause the error, but just to allow room for error, just so I can grow. A lot of people miss these aspects because they don't take time spending time with themselves. They don't take time reading a book that's going to help them, the self-help growth book, whatever. They don't take time bonding with God. You know what I'm saying? Like they pray, but they don't seek. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's just those qualities are the things that bridges the gap for me, which is why I look for that in other men. And a guy would love to tell you, oh, he's been practicing and he's been doing that. But when you come to a woman that's been on this journey for so long, like you can see the BS, you can hear the BS, you know where they're lying, you know where they're not lying, you know where their struggles are, you know where they need to be poured into. You know what I'm saying? But it's so much. Like I feel like for someone who is single, I shouldn't have to bear a lot of these other people's BS. Like I feel like I just be caught in the crossfire. Like I'm single, I ain't got nothing to do with this. You know what I mean? But at the same token, like, I appreciate, the value that I've gained within this journey to be able to be that force, that can be the reason or, can pour. Because I feel like, even though people didn't appreciate the way I poured into them, I know for a fact I wouldn't have been able to pour into them the way I did if I had been in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Even down to my children. Like, I don't like the idea of having to divide whatever I already have split up, when it comes to being a mother of four, a daughter, a friend, a colleague, you know, and then now introducing, a lover into my life. Like, I feel like I don't even know if that is something that I'm willing to give up, at this moment. Am I willing to do that? Because I'm not like these girls who are able to build relationships in front of their kids while their kids staring at this strange man face. That's not me. Like, so it's like, well, dang, if I have to build a relationship with this man, that means that's going to take me time away from my kids. Am I ready to do that yet? Nah, I'm not. I'm going to be honest. I'm not. Now, I may dip and dabble here and there, be outside every now and again. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not committed. I'm not obligated to anyone. Ain't nobody expecting nothing out of me. And if they are, they stupid. Because I let a nigga know quick. You can't claim me. That's my favorite line. You can't claim me. I'm unclaimable. Okay? Unclaimable. No nigga can claim me. No matter how bad he may want to. He cannot. Trust me, they're wanting to. It's just not gonna happen. But yeah, I know I get distracted. But I'm ready to go. I think that's all the points that I wanted to hit. Catch you guys up on where my thoughts have been the last few weeks. hmm I think that's it. I'm trying to think if I left anything out. That's everything. Who is this Chris Brown want to be? Um, is there anything else? Um, is there anything else? I think that's all I got for you guys tonight because my mind is drawing a blank. But yeah, that's all I wanted to touch on. That's a lot. That was a lot of stuff to touch on. Oh well. If I think of whatever, I'll come back in and talk about it when I paint my nails. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully. Alrighty, so I'm tapping out now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Whoever's watching now, if you haven't liked it, like it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you made it to the end, subscribe. Subscribe. Peace and love. Love and harmony. And be blessed. Yes. Mwah. Bye. Have a good night. It's about to be 3 o'clock. See you, Don. Thank you. Thank you for hanging in there. I'll see you later on today, maybe. I'm gonna go live, finish my nails. Talk to you later. Bye.